Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a Truder. Welcome to The Sinking City, a game about Cthulhu. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this here is a bit of a gap in my knowledge. I've never read any of the books, I've never played any Cthulhu games, and there is perhaps a surprisingly large number of them. Cthulhu bloody gets everywhere in gaming these days. So basically today I'm here to try and find out for myself, what's the deal with Cthulhu? What makes the big old squid lad so bloody terrifying? Although, to be honest, as someone who, already finds squids in the ocean a bit unnerving, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be an easy mark for this sort of thing. Okay, I'm on a boat, I've got a tragic backstory, which also involved a boat, apparently. So yes, I feel like some of my old Navy friends, or something, may have ended up a bit dead, and I've not taken it desperately well. Everything seems to be pretty standard, to be honest. Got myself, yes, cameras, guns, health kits, throwables, etc. Aim, shooty, shoot, etc, etc. Alright, I see what we got going on here. And on top of that... Okay. Johannes van den Berg suggests he has found the source of my maddening visions. Okay, well we better go and find him then. By any chance are you Johannes van den Berg?
Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van den Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vandenberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
You know what? I like this guy, and his commitment to the gold-yellow colour scheme. Love it. So, yes, I'm guessing the city might have, say, just gonna, put a guess out here, a bit of a squid problem.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Okay, mysterious natural disaster, town cut off, no mention of squid yet, but I'm guessing squid. Right, so about my problem, my tragic backstory to be precise.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
Oh my goodness, a more pressing matter though. Oh! I only just noticed I can actually compliment the suit.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
You know what? I like this guy. He's great. I really hope he doesn't get eaten by a squid. Right, what's the problem with what's-his-face?
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Okay, and that's coming from someone wearing a beautiful yellow gold suit. Alright, have a nice bit of a look-see round here. Oh, I feel like some people are going a bit bananas already. We've barely got off the bloody boats.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Okay, some people not doing so hot. No. Okay, I was told Mr. Throgmorton would be easy to spot, so there is a lad in a nice suit over there who's paying someone to hold an umbrella. I feel like, yes, just find the people with nice suits. That's gotta be the right way to go, right?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
Okay, what a lovely, lovely man. Yes, I'm going to be catastrophically rude.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
You know what? I think we should not ask any further questions. He wants his son found, and then we can go. So alright, we've got an investigation. What happened to your son, buddy?
Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
Okay, and they would be?
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells, they are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Okay, he was just mentioning, yes, fish people. As I say, not so familiar with the Cthulhu mythos. Is it just like a part of that world that there are many half-animal hybrids floating around? Like, no one seems too fussed by the fact this guy seems to be like half, not 100% sure, and apparently there's a huge number of fish people everywhere. That just seems to not fuss anybody. Okay, if someone shows up and they've got a fish for a head, don't scream and point. It might be considered rude.
This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Right, head down towards the water, and we have got police line and a boat. Okay, now this has got to be the boat, presumably. Titania.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Okay, just toss in Midsummer Night's Dreams references during the murder investigation. Sure, why not, I suppose. Excuse me, I'm trying to investigate the things. Ah, here we go. A note in the boat. So I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert. This is my will. Want to warn you, don't go under the sea. Gotcha. There's... Oh good, very convenient unreadable down there. Lovely. Everything should have remained in the cave. Professor, I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids. Every time I close my eyes, the cycle goes on and on and on and on and so forth. Right, must warn everyone, must tell my father, he's here. Okay, somebody upset Cthulhu by messing with a cave or something. And this right next to him is the house, so... okay. Mysterious symbol on the door. Crack her open. Turn on the old flashlights. Let's see what we got in the creepy fish house. Also, rob the guy while we're passing through. Might be able to, yes, make myself some bullets sooner or later. Ah, here we go. Upstairs, we've got bodies, we've got police officers, and we've probably got more people muttering about the end of the world.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was out of starve.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis, we were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds and... okay, my head began to burst. And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, so he went in the cave, there was a song in his head, he came back up here, and the song became infectious.
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Okay, Lewis was the Innsmouther, wasn't he? So, alright, we know there's a feud between Innsmouthers and Mr. Throgmorton. It's a little bit suspicious here.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay have mercy on his soul.
Okay, bit suspicious, but Lewis could have done it. Oh, hang on. Everything's wibbly. I think that means I need to activate my Batman vision. Or in this game, Squid vision. So, okay, when the screen goes wibbly, then I can use my wibbles to figure out what's... whoa. Okay, something's definitely going weird here. And... okay. Hold. Oh!
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nukulina.
Okay. He was flying, apparently. I'm not sure that's evidence we can use in the court of law, though. That might not be, yes, admissible and... There's also a weird spider thing. Blood and... ooh, footprints!
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
Ooh, if I mark the scene in chronological order, I can figure out what was happening. Logically, yeah, based on direction of footprints. From there to here. Like, that's logical. So, alright, there's a big blue thing going on. Right, into retrocognition mode. So, obviously, you're first.
Take this, ape face.
Runs to here. That'll be second.
Run!
Ah, hang on. In the past, this wasn't open, so do I have to go the long way round to get down to the next bit down below? They would have landed down in the street, right? Ah, hang on. That wasn't what I was missing. I was missing, yes, the fact it started in the bedroom. So, okay. He starts running. Passes by, well, hang on. Isn't that the same... when did the blood get on his shoes? Okay, obviously that's 1, into 2, into 3.
Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay, so I've gathered several bits of information here, some of which are maybe not contradictory, but might not all be, yes, mutually supporting. So, Albert attacked the fishermen at their house as soon as he regained consciousness. Yes, that seems reasonable, and he killed that guy. Lewis shot without warning, which I suppose is true, but if the guy who was muttering the ancient cosmic horror language started flying, and then woke up and then murdered one of your friends, I'm not going to judge Lewis too harshly for pulling a weapon and shooting him. So yes, the fact he came back a bit bananas, then everybody else went bananas, leads to the deduction that yes indeed, he was spreading bananas psychic influence around. Now we know the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons didn't like each other, and we know that Lewis was maybe a bit too keen to start firing. Put those two things together, there we go. Now, Albert was unstable, then attacked the fisherman. That feels like that goes together. So, yes, indeed. He was dangerous. He did pose a threat to Lewis. So, I'm not going to be too angry that Lewis fired, though. Where is Lewis? So, alright. Activate squid vision, though that does make my, yes, sanity go down. Hop on down here. Okay. An altercation of some description took place, potentially. Keep on going. Don't mind me. I'm just having... Oh. A thing. Hello, there's... Aha. That's a gun thing, isn't it?
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Okay, it was not self-defense. He pursued and kept firing. Alright, keep on going up in this direction. My vision is getting more and more monstery as we go, and here we go, over in this direction. Try to get into this warehouse up here. Keep on keeping on. Maybe just, yeah, before we go into that vision, as I'm like, you know, losing most of my sanity right now, check the place out without psychic vision first. Alright, plenty of this. We don't need psychic vision for, it's fine. Bloodstain note, Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you. I'm underwater like everyone else. Oh, good Cthulhu Town pun right there. So, alright, I've got a bad feeling about this thing.
The door won't budge.
Okay, well, that's absolutely A-okay, because, oh. Okay. So, hang on. I've got a gun and... Oh! No! That is a pathetically weak gun. Also, you got stuck in a door, didn't you? And that's half the bloody ammo I've got in the world. Right. So these things aren't just stuff I, you know, imagine when I'm going bananas. They're actually real. I should take this with me as evidence. Like, you know, actual physical evidence of squid creatures. Then again, this is a town where half the people are just... Okay, never mind. He just melted.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
So, he went bananas, but, unfortunately, yeah, I feel like Lewis was just waiting for his opportunity to make this happen. There we go. Lewis didn't just want to drive him off, he was pursuing, he wanted him dead. Though I feel like, yes, potentially the bar owner thing is a red herring. Ah, but the one thing that does tell me, if we're looking for Lewis, he might be at the bar. Because, yes, the bartender owes him. Okay, here we go. End of the port, under the keel bar. So I could just go in, but... why would I do that? By myself. Alright, I've got pretty good evidence I can present to Mr. Throgmorton that that's where the killer is, and he's got heavies with shotguns. Why would I do this when I could get them to do it for me?
Bring me that dirtbag, Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Okay, what precisely are you paying this guy with the rifle to do? If you're not going to tell him to go to the bar and help me with... Alright, you know what, you buddy, you have got a good, easy job. Alright, into the bar. Gotta locate ourselves an Innsmouther. I don't know what Lewis looks like, but I do know he's got a fish for a head. Now that's got to help him stand out a bit. Because yes, people who don't have fish for heads, it can't be them. Alright, buddy, I'm looking for Lewis Flynn.
Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
I mean, fair and reasonable, but... okay. I get the feeling you want him gone too, because... actually, that's true. You owe him a big old pile of money. And he's a nasty man who murders people. And I might just be able to make him disappear.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Lewis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Drock. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
Alright, job done. Right, hello there, good sir.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Okay, so. Let's get your version of events, because I've sort of like imagined a version of events in my mind palace, but that's not really admissible in a court of law.
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
Okay, so I feel like, yes, your pursuit was a bit too organised. You were operating firearms, you pursued him, and after you killed him, you hung him up. That's not the actions of the guy who was being, driven bananas by the psychic singing squid god. Alright, that was planned. The way that you hid the body and then locked up the freezer behind you. That wasn't just bananas Wibblefield, was it?
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
No, I'm not sure I believe him.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
Okay, that's an offer of a bribe, because apparently in this society money doesn't do anything. It's all about bullets. That's how you figure stuff out. So, I mean, I could take the bribe and then turn him in anyway. Oh, go on, why not?
Turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
And better, I can get paid by both sides. Brilliant.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. okay to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm having, yes, Wibble visions, but apparently so's everybody.
An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible. I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Alright, so with that done, finally, we can leave the port. And okay, the map just proper opened up by the looks of it, yes! So okay, anything that's not flooded, I can just walk along. So if I wanted to go and visit, say, yes, the newspaper, or the police department, I could do that right now. Meanwhile, anytime I go anywhere near water, a boat just sort of teleports there. But alright, hang on. Where am I supposed to be going? Northern Coverside, crossroad of Asher and Hubert's. Here we go. They intersect right over there, so I can now put down a thing. So I could genuinely, by mistake, put the quest marker in the wrong location and... Should someone tell her? Or... You know what, we're just going to... It's fine. Everyone just ignore that. Politely pretend you didn't see it. Just keep on heading up this way. If I just go here... Shoot anything with more than 2 legs, and... Alright, there's definitely some slightly creepy buildings going on here. And there should be at about here, and aha. That mark on the door means you can open the door. Somebody kicked the door in.
Guess I don't need the key.
Okay, focus on the important thing here, which is somebody just kicked the door down. Alright, that's concerning. They might still be here. Oh, and I'm having a wibble. Hang on, what's my wibble sense indicating? I need to... Bird. Okay. Follow bird. For some reason, bird was... Alright, the wall. Having a bit of a... Oh, hang on. Stay out of the way of the thing. Don't punch me while I'm having a moment. Alright, when you go a bit bananas, sometimes you can have a bit of a moment, and then the things want to attack you. Alright, just chill out for a second till I get my brain all set up right again. Right now, my brain's a bit all not right. We good? I'm going to hit it. If you pop up again, I'm just whacking you with my whacking stick. Alright, that scared him off. Good. Now, was there always a hole here? I mean, I'm not actually sure. I definitely had a bit of an odd wibble, but there was a bird in that direction, apparently. Check upstairs first. Just, make sure we don't miss anything. We got a name, at least. Professor Harriet Doe. So, alright, previously did anthropology of some description. Alright, nothing else here, but... eels. In a tank. Okay, well now I'm just curious. Nothing. Oh, apparently I picked up a revolver at some point. I had no clue, but I'm gonna be honest. I was really hoping we might have some impressive water and or eel physics, but apparently not. Dear flipping dear. Right, gun out, down into the basement we go. So, What's going on down here, precisely? Burnt note. Cargo manifest. Someone was potentially trying to destroy this. Air pipes. Diving. This was a diving expedition. Gotcha. Harriet? You okay? Just here to check whether you're fine, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like you're not. No. Oh! What the? Wait, what the? Oh! Someone's shooting at me and I don't know why. Why would you be shooting at me? What have I done to you? I was just looking at this helmet, you stupid dick. I really hope that wasn't Harriet. Oh, here we go. Upstairs, we've got to put things in the right order, McGibble. Alright. Into the world we go. Now. Now. What happens?
I fata me fe I regach I dagon.
Alright, they were taking things. Oh, I feel like you were worshipping something, buddy. Alright, what else happened here?
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Lads broke in. That's when the door was kicked down. Where did they go next?
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
Alright, that's how some papers ended up on the ground over here. Did they go upstairs at all, or were they just making their way downstairs? Because I'm not seeing anything too smashed up here. Yeah, I think they made their way straight downstairs at that point, so okay. Through the fake wall, downstairs, and...
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Okay, well, we know when they got in. In fact, if they're carrying something, okay. Okay. Number one, they broke in. Number two, they picked up the stuff. Number three, they carried it downstairs. And number four, they burnt it down in the basement. Gotcha.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
So they successfully burnt the archive. However, yeah, freighter from Grimhaven might be a recent posting about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle, as they were specifically burning newspapers. Gotcha. So it sure is lucky the Chronicle's just round the corner. Beautiful. Here we go, the Oakmont Chronicle. Brilliant. Oh, and here's interesting. So, okay, this isn't just to go up to the thing and, find the advert in a conversation or something. I need to properly archive this. So, that we can do. Grimhaven Bay, absolutely. Advertisements, yes. And I don't know who the people were, but I do know this was post-flood. It was recent. So, do that. Begin searching. And Titania. We saw Titania written on the lifeboat. Alright, so Pier 3 Oakmont Point is pretty much precisely where we started. So okay, just head down towards the water. Magic teleporting boat always beats me there somehow or another. And now we just take a lovely ride back to where we began. Okay, I'm modestly concerned that, yeah, made it back here. Up there, that was the warehouse with the corpse in it. Pier 3, literally where we started. There is a lot of screaming right now. Does anybody know what's causing the screaming?
Sea creatures swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
Oh, I am swimming in bullets. No trouble, buddy. Alright, get down. Prepare for murder. Possibly freebie bullets. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright. Where are the little creepy crawlers? Gonna get... Oh, I see ya. I see you, buddy. And go! Go! Alright. 2 shots. I'll do them. Stay hidden. I feel like I've not stayed hidden there. And go! Go! He flipping dodged and... Stop dodging! I've got... Okay, that was a huge waste of all the ammo, but I've taken out the creatures. One well, one not so much. Alright, the boat's empty. Lots of corpses, lots of dead people. Let's figure out what actually went on here. Because I'm guessing you guys all went a bit bananas on account of getting too close to cosmic horror, etc., etc.
To the mare with you! Die! Die!
Alright, people just stabbing each other a lot. Gotcha.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
Alright, they saw something horrible out in the ocean. Oh, more over in this direction.
You can't take me! Eat this!
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
Okay, well, obviously they didn't go back to drinking after the violence started, so it feels like it must have been... Yeah, they were mostly fine on the boats. But then they started murdering each other and started running off the boat. Then, when the blood started being smeared, the monsters showed up to feast. Got it.
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
And I'm guessing that's the captain. Oh, and I'm guessing it's because you idiots decided to take this out of the cave or whatever. Dear oh flipping dear. Well, that was a bad mistake, wasn't it? Ah, but what we do know is, yes, the one person who got away was wounded. Alright, and Sanders is not here. Therefore, Sanders is wounded. Okay, the doctor's not willing to help me, but... Wounded Sanders. Sanders is badly wounded in the shoulder. From the vision, we know it's a shoulder wound, so okay. We need to track him down. How are we going to do that precisely? So, subjects. He is a patient. Period. Definitely after the flood. Department... Surgery, presumably. District... This district. Okay, that's enough information. I just need 3. And... Peter Crowley. Okay. M29 Oakmonter. Multiple burns and fragmentation wounds. Alright, well that doesn't seem useful. Oh, here we go. Joseph Willow. Matches the wound, but doesn't match the name. But it's popped up so... Okay, our Mr. Sanders may not be Mr. Sanders. Okay, need to find our lad. And not you, but... That looks like a shoulder wound, buddy.
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders? Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
Oh, I don't trust you, buddy. I'm sorry. You're the only person who came up with the right injury.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre. Spill.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
Alright, and here we go. Expedition looking for, well, geology, but Throgmorton was a bit vague.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
And only went bananas when they got back to land.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. Maybe they'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew, none of them deserved what happened to them.
And yes, indeed. Albert survived, though not for long.
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
Okay, there's some people still under the sea. You gotta think they're not doing so hot, though. There's only so much air in a cave.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
And alright, that's the point where you abandoned them under threat of mutiny. Or at least so you say.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No. You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Okay, so next on the shopping list I'm guessing are diving suits. So okay, that's all the survivors on land accounted for, but there might still be some under the bloody sea. Though it's gonna take some work to get there, given he doesn't want to go, and I don't even have the right equipment. And all of that's just the main plot stuff. There's also just scattered around, yes, submissions and infested areas. Just out of interest, how bad is an infested area? Okay, okay, the music's just got a bit more grumbly. Oh, I understand. You go into the nasty areas and they haven't been looted. Meaning all of a sudden there's definitely something going on down there. Oh, hello. Hi. What are you guys? Oh, I don't know, but I'm going to start shooting it, whatever it is. Okay, so there's wibbly things. I think they know about me at this point. My vision's going a bit, yeah, wibbly. I'm gonna go over to the good gun, actually. Decided I'm gonna go over to the good gun. Guys, just hold still. Hold still for 1 second while I get a good shot at ya. Alright, just stay. There we go. Couple of definitely. Okay, they're a bit on the tough side, and my sanity's going a bit not great. I feel like actually fighting in the. Okay, I'm definitely losing my marbles a little bit here. So okay, these are looting zones, and you can get lots of good stuff, but the monsters are just not worth fighting. So infested zones, get in, loot, and then get out without being spotted or fighting, because the stuff in there is a bit on the tough side. Okay, colour me pleasantly surprised. I was going into this expecting, you know, big horror game. Just wander around, tentacles, jump scares, etc. No, this is a really, really good detective game. Like a proper one that treats you like an adult and just lets you go around, collect the information, and put deductions together yourself. Oh, this is rather good, isn't it? So yeah, as I say, colour me pleasantly surprised. This was, yeah, a rather nice little discovery for me. Detective games, you don't get many of them, and when you do, they're very often not real detective games, are they? You're just actually Captain Shooty McBang, and all the detective stuff just happens during cutscenes and you don't get to actually do it yourself. But no, this is proper detective. I am pleasantly surprised. A good detective game. Oh, that is a joy. So, okay, I've had a lovely time, worth a look-see, and yes, indeed, maybe we can have some more detective stuff in the future. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been many a true nerd, and this has been The Sinking City. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh, also, apparently you've either got a girlfriend or a daughter. Hopefully
That's
a girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
Really, hopefully a girlfriend. No! Stop walking around! Just stay still! Just stay still!
I don't know!
Stop doing laundry! There we go! How are you so bad at escaping from prison?